Everyone here is certainly aware that over the last 10 or 15 years, there's been this astonishing rise of video games, going from geek curiosities to a mainstream experience for almost all children and young people. And as a result of that, the idea of a video game for learning has become something of a holy grail in the study of educational technology. So Aradhana, when you came to me and said you were going to create a video game for your dissertation, a learning video game, I was really impressed by your audacity. And I must confess, I thought serving on the committee would become an annuity. But the result was actually the opposite, and I'll get back to that in a minute. We should acknowledge that your coming here was largely due to the encouragement of your father, Mary, and especially your mother, Shuba, who's here, they're both here, who told you to sit down at the computer and start working on that Harvard application. But she didn't do it directly. Aradhana comes to us after graduating from Rice University, and then 10 years of classroom teaching from all the way across K to 8 in classrooms from Houston to India and beyond. So I know you came to us not so much focused on technology, but with a deep interest in learning and assessment. And your committee chair, Chris Beebe, who very much regrets not being able to be here today, thinks that, and I both think that that's exactly the right way to come to technology, committed to learning and thinking about how technology can enable learning for different kinds of students. I know your special interest was sparked by the course with Lee Coffin on college admissions, where you became really interested in the disparities, the inequities between low-income students and higher-income students who could afford the kind of coaching that makes a significant difference, actually, in SAT preparation. So from that sprang the outrageously ambitious idea of creating an effective video game for learning the kind of vocabulary that goes on in SAT, and the idea of testing it in classrooms to find out if it's actually effective, which means you actually had a double dissertation agenda of creating a game and testing its effectiveness, a design and a research goal. And if that's not enough, you also have raising the lovely Jeena Ann. Now, I have to tell you just a little bit, Jeena Ann used to have a toy keyboard that she would play with, and when people would see Aradhana and Jeena Ann, they'd say to Jeena Ann, "So you seem like a smart little girl," and she would say, "Well, of course I am. I'm working on my dissertation." That was last year. This year, when people said Jeena Ann, saw Jeena Ann, they would say, "So how's the dissertation proposal coming?" And she would say, "Oh, I finished that. I'm working on my dissertation now." And indeed, between the two of you, you did produce a terrific dissertation, creating a series of mini games to teach vocabulary, conducting a well-designed experiment with over 100 students to test it, and writing a robust report of your findings, thanks in some measure at least to weekly statistical consultations with Andrew Ho, the third member of your committee, who also regrets not being able to be here. Your results are really important, but I'm not going to divulge them now because I know you're writing articles and blogs, and I encourage all of you to look for Aradhana's reports. But I just want to mention one finding that I think is really important, and that is students told you that when it's time to play, they want to play, and when it's time to learn, they want to study. And I think that has really interesting implications for the whole field of educational technology, reminding us not to try to wrap things up and candy out of vegetables, and that we really ought to respect students' right to learn when it's time to learn. Your next step, I know, will be starting your consulting business on college admissions. We look forward to tracking your success. We wish you every success in that as we congratulate you on your achievements here, your commitment and your dedication to helping students succeed and making college admissions more equitable for all are an inspiration to all of us. So we're proud to salute, as Doctor of Education, Aradhana Mudambi.